God knew that the children of God did not remember the language they spoke when they came from the sun. For wherever they came on earth, they found that they could no longer communicate in the way in which they did while they were on the sun. And so they found the way to communicate in words, because words are the ways in which earth giveth communication. They communicated in sounds because sounds is the language of the sun. And every way that God showed them the way that they must make instruments, they communicated through instruments that brought forth sounds. And the children knew what the sound was from the instruments that they used. For God wanted to remind them that sound was the way in which they communicated when they were children of the sun. This world knows not the ways of your father nor your mother God, because no man knew how he got to know the languages he speaks.
She's not into this, no, let's go forward.
So in all the ways that God spoke, God said to all the children, wait for the time when God will teach you how to speak with God in the language of sound. For that was the way the children communicated with God. Earth gave to each and every one the language that they had been given to know. And because no man knew how he managed to learn the different languages that he speaks, he did not know that it was earth that gave it unto him, the way that he must communicate while he was on earth. There is a mystery that God showed man that he did not understand, that all other creatures speak in the language of sound. And man did not ask God, how is it that we speak in words and none of these things speak in words? And God could have told them that they were given to be dumb because they were the first transgressors of the sacred and divine ways of God. Those are not the utterances of sound that came out from the divine. For every way that they do not look like the image and likeness of God, they have not that which is of God in them. And because no man understood how he came to speak in language, he knew not that it was not the way that God had given unto the children of God. For the songs that came forth from the children of God are the songs that showed them that in the presence of God they made all that which was bright and beautiful come forth in the songs God gave to them. Whenever man sings, he produces sounds. And in all the many ways he produces songs, he finds his songs either joyful or sad, because he knew that which he felt from the songs that came from him or that came to him. And so everywhere on earth, God assured man that he had not remembered the way in which he communicated with God. For no man remembered how he came forth, neither does any man know how it is that he lost that which was the divine way of speaking with God. And because God is wise, God always shows man, whenever he comes out from the womb, he makes a sound. And everyone says he cries, because man did not know that God showed man that in all the ways that he came forth from the light of God, he came forth in sound. These things man had not known, could not have known, did not know, because man went the wayward way. The wayward way took man the wrong way. In many of the lands of the children of God, God gave them to make sounds. And they made songs and they said, we make incantations to the gods. What they did not know, it was the way God wanted them to know, that they can only communicate with God through sound. Always the way that man was lost. You cannot speak with God that is of the highest holiness unless you speak in sounds. And man did not understand that in every aspect of his life, God giveth things to make sound. And because man had no way of knowing what it is that God had showed unto man, he had not known that except he found the way to the joyful songs of God, he could not find the way to speak with God. And so we give unto you that which is communicated to the children. Speaking with God is coming to God in the way of sound. And in every way that we had given the children to sing, they sang not knowing that it was not the words, it was the sound that resonated with God. Speak these things, teach these things, so that the children of God may know that the way to God is through the joyful sounds that God had given unto them. Vibrations and frequencies that come forth in rhythm and sound are the ways that God wanted them to know that in every way that they came in higher vibrations and higher frequencies, the children of God were able to deliver the songs of God in the highest ways of God, in the highest rhythms of God, so that whenever they would find the way to speak with God, they would speak with God that is of the Son, that is of the higher way, of the higher world.